Hey, what's going on? I I had to jump on here. I've been thinking about doing a live stream to discuss this exact topic for quite some time. And I just decided tonight was going to be the night that I'm going to talk about the genius behind Grant Cardone, the marketing genius behind this guy. The dude is, I think, hey, Danielle, good evening. How are you? Thank you for sharing. Of course, Danielle Rose shared this out already. Thank you for that, Danielle. You are amazing. I want to talk about Grant Cardone. So I've actually been around this dude. I've hung out with him. I know him. He knows me. And the guy is absolutely he's a rock star. And I want to talk about him for a minute. So, hey, he may even show up here. You never know. What's up, Chuck Studebaker? What's up, David Skinner? Can't about to get real. Dude, I keep it real. Hey, Glenda, how are you? So, look, I want to talk about this dude because I've known Grant now for about 5 years, I'd say. And I mean, I have seen him literally in 5 years, at least 10x his net worth. I mean, the guy has exploded in the last 5-6 years. It's unbelievable. And I think any of you that have been following him would agree, like, this dude has really exploded. So I want to talk about some of the things that he's done to do that. And I've watched him, I've studied him. I mean, I've talked to him, I've seen it. And here's what he does. Big secret number one. Big secret number one. Because look, I think we could, first off, please share this out. I would really appreciate you sharing this out. But let me say this. The dude has, how many shows does he have? 5 shows that he does a week, right? And he talked about, like, he tried to get a TV show on a network and they wouldn't give him a show. So what did he do? He said, well, the heck with all of you then. I'm just going to start my own network because we got the internet and we can make anything happen on the internet. So he started his own network. I mean, literally, Grant Cardone TV is a real deal. Like, it's a network, and he gets, I don't even know how many views on that network, hundreds of thousands a month, right? If not more, who knows? So he started his own network. And then what did he do? He said, well, if I'm going to have a network, I can't just be the only one on there talking because people don't want to just hear me talk, which a lot of people do, but he sees into the future. What's up, Breezy? How you doing, man? So, Corey, Merry Christmas to you as well. So what does he do? He's like, oh, I know. I'll interview other famous people. What's up, Mike Scott? I'll interview other famous big influencer people, and I'll create a show and we'll call it Power Players, where I interview big power players. And that's what he did. He like, and look, I started a show. I emulated what Grant, I emulated Grant. He knows that. And he said it. He's told everybody, y'all need to all be doing something, right? So he said, okay, well, I have this network now because the TV networks, the fake news people, they all told me no. So he's like, I'll just create my own. So he created his own. And then he's like, well, I don't want to be the only one on there talking. So what am I going to do? I'm going to create interviews. I'm going to interview people. I'm going to interview, and I have notes here, so pardon me while I look down, but he interviews other big influencers. Why? Because if Grant, let's say Grant knows 5,000 people. He knows way more than that, but let's say he knows 5,000 people. And then he gets a big influencer on like Ty Lopez or Gary Vaynerchuk, and they know, we'll just make it even, 5,000 people, right? Well, maybe out of those 5,000 people, they don't know who Grant Cardone is. But as soon as Gary V is on, Gary V is going to share it out there with his people. Bam, now Grant's known by 10,000 people, right? Or more, because it becomes viral, right? And then he continued, he's still doing it. He continues bringing on big names, big power players, big influencers. He's doing here's the genius behind it. Kevin Hart, right? He's got Kevin Hart coming to the 10X Growth Conference, for Pete's sake. That's crazy. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. Like, the guy is a marketing genius. And then he's like, hold it, wait a minute. So I've got this network. Hey, Chad Sellers, GC is the man. I agree. So he's like, wait a minute, I've got this network where I'm interviewing people and I'm doing shows, and him and Elaine, I have the G&E show. Genius, power move. He's got his beautiful wife on there. They cut up, they have fun, they laugh, they joke, and they lay down some real content. They lay down real life content, good business advice, good relationship advice. Hey, Lynn, how are you? They're laying down all of this content, right? And then he's got the Cardone Zone on Friday, all business stuff. He's got Mondays now. He's got the real estate show, right? He's got all these things going on. Hey, Facebook user, I don't know who you are. He's got all these things going on, and he's like, wait a minute, the network I have is cool, but man, there's all these other outlets out here that I could be hitting with this same content. So he's like, well, let's make sure that it's on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Periscope and Instagram, and let's put it out on LinkedIn, and he's using everything out there, everything. But here's his biggest. This is my opinion, by the way. I did not interview him and ask him these questions, although I did interview him when I had a show on his network. If you guys haven't seen that, I have a link to it. But anyway, so check it out. So what he does that's huge. This is huge. And you guys, if you guys want to explode your business, explode your brand, you have to get this one right here. This is the biggest one. Lynn, thank you so much for sharing. You rock. What's up, Jason Alt? So here's the thing. This is the big one. The big one is he flows power to other people. Now, he says flow power to power, and I don't disagree with that. Flow power, man, flow power up as high as you can get it. If you want a big influencer in your life, you want a celebrity in your life, flow power up to that person, man. Do everything that you can to get their attention. I've seen Grant walk down the street saying, you guys want to see how you get attention? This is how you do it. And he's like, hey, and he's yelling out the window of his car, hey, follow me on Instagram, Grant Cardone. Like, he's doing these things that we all look at, we laugh at, we think they're funny, but guess what it's doing? It's getting attention. And what happens? Money follows attention, y'all. He said that a gazillion times. I agree. I think you would agree. Money follows attention, right? So the one thing that he does, flowing power to power, flowing power to other people. Forget about flowing power to power for a minute. He flows power to other people. When he gets on a live stream and Lynn Serrano comes on and Jason Alden and Chad Sellers and Corey Pelletier, like, they come on, he's like, hey, what's going on, Jason Ald? What's happening, bro? What's going on, Lynn? How you doing? He recognizes people. He flows power to them. Hey, Pam Goodwin, how are you? He flows power to them. He says hi to them. And he says things like, hey, Pam Goodwin, Weldon Whitehurst. Dude, if you're not following Weldon Whitehurst, you're out of your mind. That dude right there, he's a car dealer. He owns a car dealership. He's in my course. He's taking my course. The dude is awesome. You need to follow Weldon Whitehurst. Go click on Weldon Whitehurst after this and follow that dude. And I mean it. He's like, and I'm not just saying that to act like Grant, but Grant does that same exact thing. He's flowing power to other people. And what does that do for Pam Goodwin when I say go over? Pam's joined us from Periscope. She's in the comments I can see over here, right? So Pam, he would say, Pam, I will say it. I love Pam. Pam's an amazing woman. You should be following her. If you don't want to follow her on Periscope, follow her on, she's on Twitter. On Twitter, follow her on Twitter. Follow her on Facebook. She's an amazing lady. She's a commercial real estate teacher and developer. And she's an amazing woman. That's one of the things that Grant does. Big time. Big time. He flows power to other people, not just power to power, which is good. It's good to do that. Joe Ingram, it's really good to do that. If Joe's kicking it in life, and I mean really doing well, and I shout Joe Ingram out, and I'm flowing power to Joe, and I'm doing things to help Joe grow and get more attention, so money follows Joe as well, then guess what that's called? That's called flowing power to power. If I'm flowing power to other people, just to everybody, that's flowing power to others, just flowing power to others. And here's the other thing. Grant Cardone is worth what? Net worth, Google says, or whatever. Google says, hey, Matthew, how you doing, bro? Dude, Google says that Grant's net worth is 300 million. It's probably more than that. I don't know. I haven't looked at his bank account in a while. In fact, I've never looked at his bank account, but let's say that he's worth $300 million, right? Well, for him to talk to a guy on a live stream on Periscope or on Instagram, or join in on Facebook, for Grant to do that to a guy that's maybe making 150, 200,000, 50,000, 25,000. I've seen him have people on Instagram that were gangsters. I'm kidding. I don't know if they were gangsters or not, but I've seen him have people on that, are barely getting by. And he has a conversation with them just like he would with a guy that's a billionaire. That's including regular people in your life. That's what he does. That's the genius behind his marketing. The dude does a lot of charity work, He gives back a lot of money. I don't know how much, but I'm going to say something else, because I've heard people say things, and look, this isn't a Grant Cardone worship fest I'm having. That's not what this is about. This is about the marketing genius behind the guy. Okay. I'm telling you, the dude is a marketing genius. He's been written up in Forbes and all. He was just on the front cover of Success magazine. The dude is freaking insanely successful, big time, right? Thank you for sharing, Jason. You rock, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who shared this out, by the way. So look, this is huge. So this is the second biggest thing. And I just got done telling a client of mine this today. I can remember when I lived in the mindset of, hey, Larry Schneider, I lived in the mindset of, well, I am the only one that knows how to do say search engine optimization. When I was doing SEO, I was really, really good at it. And so I was like, I'm not, people say, well, how do you get people ranked to the top of Google like that? That's insane. How can you do that? I was like, I have my ways. Okay. And I wouldn't tell anybody, I wouldn't tell the secrets. I just wouldn't do it. And then I started watching Grant, and I saw Grant on YouTube. Let me tell you something. I have Cardone University, and I gleefully pay for it every single month. I don't mind. I have it. I don't log in enough, and I probably should more, but I don't. I still have it. I will not give it up. Okay. But let me say this. There's a reason. See, I can go to YouTube and I can search YouTube for Grant Cardone sales tips or Grant Cardone sales whatever, right? Closes by Grant Cardone. And I guarantee you I'll bet you I could find 80, maybe even more, 90% of the stuff that he teaches. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm throwing numbers out that I can't back up, but maybe 80% of the stuff he teaches inside of Cardone U on YouTube for free. I'll bet I can. And not all of it, because there's a lot of content in Cardone University. But let me tell you something. He has a chapter in his book, and I can't remember if it's Sell or Be Sold or if it's the 10X rule. I think it's Sell or Be Sold. That's give, give, give. It's chapter 7, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, or lay down the correct answer. So what does give, give, give mean? People live in this limited mindset of there's not enough to go around, and if I know something, well, I'm sure as heck not going to teach you for free, because then you'll never pay me. And that's just not the truth. See, people are inherently lazy. None of you on this stream, but people are inherently lazy. They don't want to do the work. Even if you teach them how to do the work, and you show them how to do the work, and you hold their hand on how to do the work. Brian Hess, what's up, my brother? If you hold their hand on how to, Michael Coronado, my brother, how you doing? Michael, we're not allowed to call it a hamburger menu, remember? It's a hamburger menu, you moron. So look, here's the deal. Like, give. If you are an expert at something, tell the world about it. Stop worrying about whether you're giving away your secrets or not. For real. Because here's the thing. Until people know that you're an expert, they're not going to pay you for it. It took me forever to get that. Like, I didn't get that. It took me way too long to understand that. Like, you've got to show the world. Tell them. Show them. Give the information out, man. They will pay you for more. I promise you, they will pay you for more. And here's what the craziest part of it all is. The more information you give them, the more they're willing to pay you. It's insane. It is insane. The more you give, the more you get back. Amen, dude. Amen. So those are just a few. I could have sat here and written out many others. Pamela J. Goodwin just joined us on Facebook. I saw her pop in on Facebook. Hey, Pam, how are you? So look, I could have written out many more, but I thought, you know what? Tonight, this is what I'm going to give. I'm just going to give these few things. So remember this. He created his own TV network when the big boys told him no. Me too, brother. Hundreds of hours given away to get people to trust and believe. Amen. Like, dude, they're not going to trust you and believe you if you just, that's the other thing. He asks, here's something Grant Cardone does. He is the hammer when it comes to asking for the sale. But I'm going to tell you something the dude won't do. He will not ask for the sale without giving you something first. Promise you that. I've done business with the guy both ways. I was a client of his. He was a client of mine. I know how he functions. I saw it. He will not ask you for money. He will not ask you to do business until he has given you unbelievable value first. So if you want the world to see how much of a rock star you are, you want the world to know who you are, you want the world to know that you have something to offer, you want to make a big splash in this universe, you want to leave your mark on the world, you want to build an empire, as Elena says, you want to create massive revenue, indestructible revenue, then what I would suggest that you do is you follow these tips. And if you didn't hear all of them, go back to the beginning, because all you have to do is emulate. I didn't say copy, emulate. Alexa, define emulate.
As a verb, emulate is usually defined as to try to equal or excel, imitate with effort to equal or surpass.
There you go.
As an adjective,
Alexa, stop. To try to equal or excel, right? So if I'm trying to emulate him, I don't know that I want to try to equal him. Why not though? I want a Gulfstream 650. So why not? But emulate what he's doing. Emulate what the big boys are doing. Emulate what Gary Vaynerchuk's doing. Look at what these guys are doing and go, okay, what is it that they're doing, right? Grant Cardone interviews other massive influencers. How's he get them on his show? He asks. That's how I get them on my show. I literally ask, hey, I have a show called Breakthrough Walls. I'm looking for rock star guests like you. I've had some other big rock star guests on, blah, 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 blah. Andy Frisell has been on. I've had some big names, rock stars on the show. Sean Cannell's been on. Excuse me, some other people. I would love to have you on as a guest. It's literally you coming on, telling your life story about how you've hit the ups and downs in life and busted through and made it anyway. My audience would love to hear from you. And people say, that sounds awesome. I would love to do that. It's weird how that works when you just ask. So that's how he does it. He asks, are you paying people to be on? No, I'm not. I know Grant's not. Like, no, you just like say, hey, now he may be paying people to be on the 10X growth conference stage. I don't know, but I'm talking about doing a show. I'm talking about getting people on an interview on a platform. They figured it out for all of us and give away such a huge amount of it for free. That's so true, dude. They really did. And I'm telling you right now, like Grant, I have not, there's who else has got their own network? I don't know. I mean, Grant's pumping out so much content. It's ridiculous. And let me tell you, I was one of Todd Straw's very first deals at Cardone for Cardone University 5-6 years ago when he was new with Grant's company. There weren't very many people working there at all. And when I say not very many, I don't think there were 10, maybe. I don't know. Now there's hundreds of people. They're expanding like crazy. They're blowing up. And this is in a 5-year stretch. Think about where you are. We are coming into 2020. It's just a couple of weeks away. 2020 is right around the corner. It's not just a new year. It is a new decade. Think about where you are. Where are you right now? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? And I have this, and yes, I'm now going to do what Grant does. I'm going to provide you with a bunch of value, and I'm going to ask you for a sale. I want you to go, and somebody type this in for me if you would, especially if you're already in there. I want you to go to growlive.online and get my course where I am teaching all of this. It's an 8-week course. It's $997. It is the perfect Christmas gift for you or for a family loved one that wants to grow your brand, that wants to grow your business, that wants to learn how to use live streaming and social media to blow up. And I'm throwing in some additional stuff in the last couple of weeks. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Yes, I haven't fixed that. You do have to put the www in there. I need to fix that. But anyway, so look, give tons of value. Give a lot of value. And I promise you, when you give a lot of value, people are going to want to watch you. They're going to want, that's right, Lynn Serrano's on there. Lynn's my star student this week. She's actually been through every single video so far. I'm releasing week 4. This week is coming out towards the end of this week. So like Lynn is killing it in there. Thank you, Channing. I appreciate you. Weldon's in there too. Weldon's been through almost all of it. Like Weldon is in the course too. He knows. So look, I genuinely, and look, if you don't want to go get the course, that's all right. Go over here to kenwalls.com and sign up. Go sign up for email notifications on there. I'm going to be able to send you out some email updates, things of that nature. So go over there and check it out. It's there. I'm going to be providing a lot of value there. So listen, interview other influencers. Flow power to other people, not just powerful people, but normal people like you and I. Just flow power to other people. Help people. Seriously, help people. If you help enough other people, look right here. I am friends with the Ziglar family. Zig Ziglar's little book of big quotes. Tom Ziglar gave this to me when I was down in their office in Dallas, and that's because of Pam Goodwin. Thank you, Pam. And on the very front cover right there, what's it say? You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. Flow power to other people. Help other people. Have conversations with people. I see people doing live streams that don't ever say hi one single time to one single visitor. They never acknowledge that Weldon said, I'll catch up soon. They never acknowledge that Lynn said, I'm going live on StreamYard next week. They never acknowledge that Brian Hess says it's time for us to do a joint live together soon, brother. You got me all fired up over here. They don't acknowledge those people. And guess what those people don't do? They don't come back to their live stream ever again. They're like, yeah, I was on that guy's live stream once, and guess what? I said hi like 10 times. He didn't even acknowledge that I was breathing. Why would I want to go back there? That's boring. Ooh. So do charity work, help other people, and give. Give a ton of value before you ever ask for a sale, ever. Seriously. And they stop commenting. That's right, Brian. So the website, I want you to go to the website and get signed up for the course. It will be a wonderful, wonderful Christmas gift for yourself or a loved one. I just pinned Brian Hess's comment to it. growlive.online, www.growlive.online. Thank you guys. Thank you all for sharing this out. Thank you all for checking it out. I'm going to continue writing some notes down. I have notes here, man. I have notes on the genius behind Grant Cardone and his marketing. And you know what? Honestly, it helps that he's a really good person too. That helps a lot. If you're a con artist, if you're a piece of crap, you could do all this stuff and it ain't going to work out for you. I promise you. You may want to get that right first. Brian Hess, thank you for sharing this out, bro. I appreciate you, man. That right there is my brother. I love that dude. So listen, I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of you that shared this out. Like, seriously, I genuinely appreciate it. And I'm going to be doing some really, really cool stuff with some giveaways here in the final stretch before Christmas. So I would suggest you turn those notifications on for when I go live, because I'm going to be giving away some really cool stuff between now and Christmas to make everybody's Christmas a little bit better. So thank you all. I appreciate you. Go jump over there, grab the course. It's only $9.97 right now. growlive.online. Get signed up. Appreciate y'all. Have a great night, and we will see you very, very soon. Later.